Hello, friends. This is Lindsay Satterfield, and happy New Year's Eve. I thought I would come on here to talk to you a little bit about goals. As we approach 2020, there's lots of talk about goals and resolutions. And in fact, something that I've noticed is that it's very fashionable to be cynical about resolutions. Have you noticed? There's a whole group of people out there who are convincing us that it's useless to have a resolution for the year or big goals for the year. It's just any other day, and you're just going to feel disappointed anyhow. So I would like to challenge you to maybe not go with that crowd voice about goals and pursue something important to you in 2020. You know, goals are really set us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. They allow us to create our own future. And you know, we don't set goals to about the future. We really are setting goals in order to change the present, right? So goals really are an expression of our creative power as humans. And when we're in touch with that, we feel happier, we feel more fulfilled. So you're going to be happier in motion towards a goal than in reaction towards your life, right? So life is filled with change. There's no way around change. When we can tap into our own capacity to make change, we align with really what we're about as human beings. We're able to live our life more purposefully. And there's evidence that we end up being happier because of that. So I want to encourage you to really take these couple moments before 2020 and maybe into 2020. I think it's fine to take the beginning of 2020 to reflect on, what do I want to create this year? And yes, a year is just a socially constructed time frame, but we've all agreed on this, and there is some power, I think, in having these time frames to measure progress, to set intentions, to set goals. So I encourage you to think about what would be exciting to have accomplished by the end of 2020. Now, one thing I want to say is the reason we set goals, from my perspective, is not so much about the result as it is about the pursuit. It isn't so much the result as the pursuit, as the game that the goal sets, the game that it sets. So once we set the goal, this is why so many people let go, right, of their goal pursuit, is they forgot they were playing the game. So you have to start thinking about, how will I play the game that this goal is setting? What are the rules? What techniques will I use that will really help me pursue this goal? And truthfully, I've had many goals that I've set over the years that I have not achieved. But almost in every case, I have made significant progress because of the game that goal set. It got me in motion, in pursuit. So that's my encouragement on this New Year's Eve. And, you know, maybe another thing to do on this New Year's Eve is to look back at 2019 and see what you created, and what you're proud of. Take note of the things you're proud of the things you've learned, of the things you felt were missing from the last year. All these things are clues to live forward. All these things are clues to build on, to propel us forward in 2020. Another thing about goals, I'm trying to think of all the little tips I can give you. One is, go for something big. There's evidence in the research that big goals get accomplished more likely than what are called in the research low goals, very doable goals. Go for something big and write it down. Write down your goal as if it's already happened, as a result. Now, here's the key. you need to back it up. You need to create that plan, those habits, those efforts, those tiny actions that no one will know about. You have to set that in advance so that you can then play the game of the goal. So make sure that once you decide on what it is that you want to pursue in whatever area of your life, whether it's your work, whether it's your health, finances, relationships, or all of the above, maybe it's characteristics or qualities that you want to bring into your life. Whatever it is, then once you have that, you want to set the game. How will you pursue that? Even taking a smaller chunk of time in the next 90 days, how will you pursue that? So that's a little bit about my encouragement to you to not fall into the cynicism, but to be a smart optimist about goals and to pursue them. Really get the joy of pursuing goals. Also, if you have something that you're up to in the next year, let's say it's in work or something in your family that is challenging or hard, or maybe something that is a goal that you're not that excited about. It's what life has delivered, or maybe in your work, there's something that you have to accomplish that you're not super thrilled about. Find a way to frame that goal in a way that's appealing to you. Because if it's more appealing, you're going to be able to set a game that's more positive and productive. So reframe, even if you have a goal delivered to you at work, reframe it so that it's meaningful for you, so that it has purpose and value from your perspective. So think about how could you reframe it in a way that seems productive. You know, I was thinking about how much we love watching sporting events, or some of us do, or the Olympics, let's say. And I think it's because we're watching people pursue in the state of mastery. And really, all of us can do that. And that's what goal pursuit is all about. We don't have to have the same kinds of results or things that will make social media buzz. It can be something very simple. But that daily commitment towards a goal is what fuels our own sense of fulfillment, our own sense of happiness, our own sense of pride in what we're doing day to day. And this is important, I think, particularly in a time when we're in so much reaction all the time. We start to feel powerless because we're just reacting to all these things in our lives, or maybe not reacting. And that doesn't feel as powerful as we're really designed to feel. So goal pursuit is one way to really be in touch with your skills, your talents, your abilities, and really the beauty of life as far as I'm concerned. So see what goals come to you, what you are up to in 2020 in this new decade. It's really very exciting. And if you want some help with how can you pursue goals, what techniques can you use, how are we designed in a way that how can we use our own design, it really is what I want to say. How can we use our own design to effectively pursue goals, to really make progress, to handle setbacks, to build in the kind of lead measures or lead actions that are going to lead us to progress on our goals. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you'd like to know more about that, I am running a program that I ran last year called Power Start. I was going to say Productivity Power. It's not called Productivity Power. It's called Power Start 2020. And it's really to take your goals for 2020 and make significant progress on them in the first 90 days of the year, and get some of the techniques and habits, simple techniques, simple habits that will keep you moving forward towards things that matter to you. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'll put a link about the program in the comments, and I certainly would love to have you join us on this 90-day journey. So I hope you're having a great New Year's Eve, in reflecting on the past year and all that it's brought, and looking forward to 2020. have a great day and a happy, a great new year and a very, very happy and productive new year.